not because it's easier mm, or they couldn't get a girl over here. In some cases, it is easier for certain guys, but the environment is different. There's a language barrier. If you don't speak the language, that's a disadvantage. Um, so it could be you might have communication problems. You're going into a new environment. You don't know anything, very little. That's a disadvantage. There's a lot of disadvantages when you go into a new environment. Um, so a lot of times when you go overseas, man, like when you take travel or take vacations and you meet people, it's usually hit or miss. Usually hit or miss. But one thing I can say about traveling and doing a lot of different countries, it's easier to meet people. People are much more open to meeting people. That's one thing I can say. Here in America, people are not really open to meeting people. People are very cliquish here. But if they don't know you, or if they don't know somebody to know you, they're not really open. And the older they get, the worse they tend to get, socially speaking. This is why a lot of people will say it's hard to make friends as they get older, because people have been beaten down so bad and life is taken over and ruined a lot of people over here. So a lot of people get to a point where they're like, I don't want to meet no new people. What for? All of the people that I've met, they've had bad experiences with them, which has a lot to do with who they are as a person, but they don't see it that way. Because a lot of people don't want to take responsibility, or they'll be like, hey, there's nothing wrong with me. But you, as a person, always the common denominator. Because in this life, you get who you are. You very, very rarely get what you want. And if you do luck up, get what you want, it won't last. You'll find a way to get rid of it, or push the person away, lose all your money, etc. That's usually what it is. It all starts right here. Right here. This is where it all starts. If your mind ain't right, if your spirit ain't right, your relationship ain't never gonna be right. So you can play all your games all you want. You can try to take all the shortcuts all you want. But you're gonna have to keep starting all over again. I say this. Once you get your mind right, get your spirit right, you never have to start all over again. All you gotta do is just keep building on what you have. That's it. Is it hard? Sometimes. Is it simple? Yeah. It's simple. It's not hard all the time. The good news is you don't ever have to start all over again. Never have to start all over again. It has to be a lifestyle. It's like I talk about this in my book, Love Can't Wait. I changed the game. Instead of chasing everything, chasing women, chasing money, chasing success, chasing whatever. float your boat. Why not do this? I'm going to say this and I'm going to leave. Why not become so attractive until people can't resist? People can't miss you coming. They have to acknowledge you. They have to speak. They have to say something. Their eyes can't take their eyes off you. I learned this in direct sales 15 years ago. This is a business concept. I didn't learn this from dating women. I learned this. This is a business concept. But what I did is I learned the game, played the game, and I became the game. I became one of the best games in town. That's how I became known in Charlotte, North Carolina. This is how I got to know so many people within a short time frame, really. So I didn't have to chase nobody no more. I didn't have to chase women no more. I didn't have to approach women all the time. I mean, approaching is cool sometimes, but I didn't have to approach them all the time. I didn't have to worry about no rejection. Because people in direct sales, people would prospect me. So if a woman approached me, they would be trying to see what I'm about. They would be trying to see if she can coexist with me in my circle, in my environment. That's how I changed the game. I flipped the game. But that's what I did. And it's worked for me. It's worked for hundreds of people. Better. There's people that have read my book 5 to 10 times, sent me an email, their whole life changed, upside down. And then there's other people that learned this at the same time that I learned this, how I was taught. And they're doing much better than me. They're traveling, they're doing what they want to do. They have very little rejection, pushback. They look back and they be like, yo, the shit was all worth it. They had to do it all over again, it wouldn't change anything. And that's the same thing I said. The shit, I mean, I don't know about you, but I didn't have no more plan B. So whatever I was doing at the time, the shit had to work. When I was in direct sales, the shit had to work. I ain't had no more plan B. I ran through the plan B. And then the internet came about, which made me meet more people 10 times faster. And then YouTube came about. Now it's Instagram, which makes things even more easier. And then it's Facebook. So I can chat with somebody online weeks, months, and one day get on the plane and go meet them. So I can chat with somebody online, do a FaceTime, say, hey, I'm coming over there next week. When I get there, they be waiting for me. Yo, you don't get no better than that. You couldn't do that 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago. Possibilities are endless. It's real possibilities are really endless. But thing is, you have to have the skills. You have to be able to communicate. You have to use this. You have to use this technology that we have. Internet. You got Skype. You got YouTube. You got Instagram, and on and on and on. You know. But if you don't know how to use it, you'll lose it. I had a wise man told me, the tool is only good as the user. So you can be trolling online all day long and get nowhere. If you don't know how to communicate, you don't know what to say to get that woman aroused, or get her interested in you, or shift her emotions. It's like you just know when you walk in, like if you go to the store and a woman have an attitude, you don't know what to say to get her in a good mood. You don't got. It ain't about changing her mind. I mean, if she fucked up, she fucked up. But you can, in that moment, there's certain things you can say to maybe make her laugh, get her to lighten up for a hot second. That's all I'm saying. Now, some people will say it's not what you say, it's how you say it sometimes. That's true. All that's true. Yeah, all that shit is true, man. But I tell you one thing: if you don't have the skills, you don't have the right mindset, and your spirit ain't right, you're gonna always have to start all over. And ask me how I know, because I've done it. I've had to start all over 3 times. Rock bottom, too. Rock bottom. But I had the skills to rebound, to build back up fairly quickly. But hey, you don't have to go through all that. Because I did. And now I'm here telling you the game, giving you the game. And I wish somebody was around at the time when I was going through my trials and tribulations. But most of the time I was by myself. I had to figure it out on my own. So hey, check out the podcast, Love Can't Wait. On iTunes, just go to Google and type in, search for the Love Can't Wait podcast. It'll pop up. Leave me a review on there. Any questions? Send me an email at renegademoney@gmail.com.